Yes.
Okay, Mercy, you win. Right, as you can see, this is Mercy, our head of logistics. And trust me, guys, if you're delivering at Nexus Green, you do not want to be late. Mercy runs a very tight ship here. You know, you've got a lot of people in your team.
Yes.
What kind of qualities are you looking for when you hire?
I'm looking for a dynamic person who is able to do anything and everything and at any time, who is flexible with what he can do and what I tell them to do, and who is able to listen to what I am asking them to do and at the time I'm asking them to do it. So that's what I'm looking for.
Okay. These videos are all about authentic, keeping it real. Let me ask you a serious question. What are the challenges here at Nexus Green? Be honest. This is the best time to be honest as well.
The major challenges we have currently are space. We have a lot of equipment, as you can see, that is coming into the warehouse and we're struggling to have space for them. Then also labor. Yes, we have the electric forklift, but most items need labor to move it around. So that is one of the challenges that we have.
And how long have you been at Nexus Green?
This is going to be my second year
Okay.
at Nexus Green.
You have a very young team.
And mostly because they are more hardworking and they listen and they're willing to learn.
Like I said, guys, Mercy is a force to be reckoned with, or not to be reckoned with. I think that's the best way. She's very, very strict on her game. So again, to all the supply chain that we have, Mercy, what's the words you want to give them?
Don't be late and always come when you know what you have to pick.
Thank you.
My name is Edith Kotesa-Jita. I work as an executive assistant to the CEO here at Nexus Green. Mercy is a highly organized person, and the beautiful thing is she leads by example. So it's like she does things before her team, and then it's easy for them to follow through. That way, it's easier to command the respect of your team and to get them to align because they see you doing it, so it's easy for them to do it at all.
And how are you going to be able to kit these two? For you say easy kitting, but how will you kit them if they're in this position? Or just for the access of the forklift to pass? So those will go back in there. And then within here, we have concluded all our, what else is coming in here? This space, what are we going to do in that space? Hi everyone, my name's Mercy Butele. I'm the Supply Chain and Management Manager, and I manage the logistics and the supply chain of Nexus Green. As you can see, this is my warehouse where we have everything that is done for the project. We store from solar panels to the arrays, to the chain links, to the stands, and to everything that we use in the project. And currently, we are having a lot coming into the warehouse because the project has expanded and is getting bigger and bigger. So my main job in Nexus Green is to make sure that we have all the supplies for the project.
Mercy lives and breathes logistics. I mean, she has like a gazillion years experience in the logistics. She's very energetic, and that sort of tends to spill over onto her employees. She won't settle for, slow response, or I can't get this, I'll do this tomorrow. If it has to be done today, it needs to be done yesterday, not tomorrow. There shouldn't be any reason for postponing anything, for procrastination.
I have been in this business for 10 years, and I have understood that the main way to do this is to be able to make sure that how you lead your team is how it will be a success. I try as much as possible to rally my team to be the best that they can be.
What sets Mercy as a leader apart is the fact that she has very strong interpersonal skills. You just look at her and she commands respect. It's very easy for people to align and take on her leadership because she commands that even before she says anything.
She always wants each and every team member to be excellent, to be outstanding in what they do. She won't settle for mediocrity, right? So she will always, even for the trainees, one of the trainees was telling me, I can't believe this. My first week I was given an assignment to come and present to the rest of the group. That's what it is about. So that means you're not going to spend time seated twiddling your thumbs. You actually have to go out and research and get better at what you do.
Here, this is our area where we kit our material. When we say kitting, kitting is mainly what happens after we've gotten a requisition from the team in the field. We put our items together and come and verify the items that are going out. So when we say kitting, we come and tick out every item that is on the requisition. So these are going to Lutente and these are going to Mpumude. So let's start with Lutente. Marked for them to be able to go out. How are you checking to make sure that the item here that you're kitting is what is actually requisitioned?
So we do have item codes and item description.
Yes.
So in the requisition,
Yes.
there's an item description,
Yeah.
which is HDPE compression union coupler,
Yeah.
and the quantity they're requesting. So
Yeah.
if it's a coupler of 90, they need 2 pieces. These are.
So how do you know that these are the couplers and these are not the couplers?
For example, this is an elbow.
Yes.
Elbow 75, OD 75, 45 degrees.
Okay.
The description is on the item
And on
also
the requisition.
So it is
Okay.
easier to identify.
So we are always making sure that we're checking these
Yes,
before
we
they
double
go
check
out.
on
Okay.
item
And then when the items are in boxes like here, how do you check?
We think
And
these ones we just received from the lift line.
yes.
So we have to open the box and check the item itself.
Okay.
Physically. So this is a water meter.
Yes.
It's planned.
Yes.
And to get to know its specifications, they're always written here. So this is a DN65 water meter.
And then you check that. My team actually goes into knowing what each item is. They get to learn the codes, they get to learn the specifications and what it actually does. So it's easy for them to be able to associate what the item is with what is being requested on the requisition. So this helps us not make errors and it helps us give the right material to the right sites.
Mercy is that one person that you look at, the way she leads her team. It's that one department where you see teamwork at its best. It's that one department where you see collaboration at its best. Usually in my errands, I walk around and you'll find them in meetings. Everyone is highly aligned. Everyone, they have their agendas. Everyone is highly organized. Again, it comes from her personality.
I need to clarify. Do they do our in-house? Let me ask George. Hi, Peter. How are you? I'm stopping here next to Mr. George.
Okay.
Hi, George. How are you?
Mercy is stern with policy. I think she's read and mastered, I think, because of the years of leadership she's had. She's that one person who will tell you, today is the deadline for submitting performance appraisals. Today is the so she aligns. She's like a tick box person when it comes to policy. This is a deadline for this. We must do everything in time. So her team will always have their appraisals done in time. Her team will always, their leave is planned and they'll go on leave. So again, it speaks a lot about her personality that she's highly organized, because once their team sets their leave, they go for it at that time. Once their teams have appraisals to do, they'll do it at that time. So it's really a good attribute that is standing out, and I think it makes us shine out as a leader.
As you can see, there is chain link, there is pipes, there is the energy installment packages, and the review. So this helps us know what we are taking out to which site and on what date. So the green ones show that we've done that. The yellow ones are the dates that we still have to follow. So this is like a point for the guys in the warehouse to follow on how they're supposed to take out material for the project, at what time, and the different sites that they're supposed to take them to. We're going to have to take this and put it on the other side up there for easy movement. So we usually use a forklift in the warehouse because it's very important that for items that we cannot lift by the casual laborers, like for example the chains, the forklift helps us move them and put them up into higher areas. So the forklift is always very important in the warehouse, especially for items that cannot be lifted by hand or by manual labor. So we use them to do that. And because of our enclosed area, we have an electric forklift. And the main reason for the electric forklift, one, we're trying to, as you know, we are a green energy company. and we have to use a forklift, which is electric, instead of one that is fueled by diesel.
Mercy can work with anyone and everyone, even when someone does something that is totally off, despite her position, and she'll manage that person in a nice way, but then give stern warning, but also align, so that at the end of the day, she looks at the result rather than the challenge that has come around. So I think it's her excellent interpersonal skills that really set her apart.
The supply chain includes procurement, logistics, warehousing, and finally transportation. So the 4 arms under procurement is what I do to make sure that it is done smoothly. Fred, I would like to look at your tires, which you say are worn out. There, the cut. No, but it's just that you can't change one tire when you have to change. Yes. We still make sure that all the cars that are running the field work have proper tires and services done, and we make sure that they are good enough for the roads. So, for example, this is one of the cars that we have, and together with the driver, we've been looking at the tires to make sure that they are still good enough or not. And according to the driver, he says they are not good enough for the job that they are doing right now. So we have to be in a condition to change the tires and make sure that he is able to have a good service and have good tires that can take him around the project, especially in the upcountry roads, which are not very good currently. We add, if ours is more or less, we change what Yusuf did and add it there and send it to George for his approval. When it's sent, it means that they have sent it to the place, but performed, then it has been actually. If you don't have a team that supports you, then there's nothing for you to run. So what motivates me is the fact that they are also willing to do better and help us develop a very good team. And apart from that, we are one, we come together, we do little things, like we celebrate the little wins, and we make sure that the little things that we gain, we take them to another level and make sure that everybody understands that this win is a win not for me as the manager, but a win for the team. So it motivates me that they are willing to work together and make us win together as a team.
Personally, if I saw a challenge, whether in top management or she's that one person I really want to run to and get her opinion, she will give it to you the way it is. You know, at times I do personal surveys so that I'm informed, in that when speaking to the CEO, I'm speaking from an informed position. But she's that one person who will not be afraid to give you the truth for the good of the institution. If something will make you better, she's no, at this place, this is how things are done. So she has that experience, which helps us as an institution to benchmark and see how to handle Nexus Green in a better professional way.
They share with me the risks, and then together we sit and try to get mitigations for these risks. So that is how we manage the challenges at the end of the day. We do it together. They come and tell me about the challenge. I ask them about the risks that they experienced during this activity and where they stopped, and if they were not able to find a mitigation, we sit together and find the mitigations together and make sure that we have this solved together, not just letting them get out and say, go and do this and do this. No, we do it together. So this will be the last set of chain link that will go up into and then this place will be open.
I've worked with Mercy for 1.5 years now, and I promise you she's the best boss I've ever worked with. Mercy gives me liberty to execute my duties with minimal supervision. Working under Mercy has enabled me to grow, and it has enabled me to hit capabilities which I never thought I could. I'm so proud to work under Mercy.
Mercy is like the captain of our logistics ship. She keeps us on course. When you get a challenge and you go to her, she leads you through it perfectly.
I think the reason why everyone listens to me is because I try to be as clear as possible, and I always try to gain the trust of my team and also be able to take myself to their level and understand what they are doing, so that we work as one. It's not the boss and the employees, or the boss, the supervisor, and the people that report the supervisor. That's not how I do it. I try to work as a team and make sure that I understand where they're coming from and what they do, and be able to help them grow and develop that part of their careers.
She takes me or with my team as her own. We don't fear, we don't hesitate to contact her in case we need anything. She's so open and she always fulfills what we need such that the work can go on smoothly at Nexus Green.
She lets us work independently. Each one of us to handle matters on their desks. She only gets involved when things get out of hand. So she's a good leader. Then also, she's very supportive. Let's say, for example, in terms of finances, if we have something to celebrate around here, we really see her impact.
From what I've seen, Mercy wants you to be the best. If you're in her team, you have to be excellent. So that means you have to be an excellent worker, so you need to work very hard. But if it's time for fun, you also have to party hard. So Mercy is the one who will always, have every person who is, will know the birthdays of each and every person in her team because they celebrate them big, not small, big. And then they quickly get back to work because there's always a target to achieve.
Out of logistics being serious most of the time, as a team we also have our fun side. You'll find that the team in the organization, we call the place the warehouse complex. Why we call it a complex is because it's the fun place. When it comes to the birthdays, we are the main celebration singers. We will find the team, Daisy, Iwin, they will be the ones bringing the cake, singing the loudest. We have the cameraman, Yasin, he will always be making funny videos and sharing them. Then we have Madiha, who will always be dancing and making it. So it's not always the work side. Yes, it can be serious, but they also have the fun side to it that has made the logistics team known in the company as the fun team that brings the fun to the organization. So because of that, you find that it's a very easy transition for them from having a hard day to having a fun day. It doesn't stop their work from flowing, but they know how to intertwine the two to make the day go better for them, to help with their everyday activity.
It's been more of an open interaction with her during our times of operation, and I find that something very unique about her. She has this open door policy whereby we can always approach her about anything, right from personal to work related. And she has been very supportive. And I really applaud her for that. Thank you for being a wonderful leader and a mentor.
On the project that we are actually doing now, which is the Ministry of Water project, where we are doing 685 sites around the whole country, it makes me excited to be part of this project, especially because it's looking at the farmers and the lay people in the countryside who are affected by rains, and at the end of the day food supply is not coming through when it's a dry season. So this project that is being run out in the whole country is going to help with these issues, and then it will bring more food to more growing of food in their areas, which will bring them more money, which will change their livelihoods, change their children's livelihoods. So this brings me to appreciate the project that Nexus Green is doing, and I am very proud to be a part of this project.
At Nexus Green, we do have a culture here where we try and bring everyone to a level where, we push their capabilities, we empower our staff, don't matter which department you're in, but we've got to make sure that if you come here, you really are going to work hard, because we're going to push you and invest in you as well. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I know a lot of it was about logistics, and I hope we get to see more of Mercy, because she really is a unique lady. So until next time, make sure you share, like and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Peace.